Hello everyone, welcome to Unit 3 Control Structure Part 2. In the previous part, we discussed decision making statement which help a programmer to choose different action based on condition. In this part, we will focus on go to statement. The go to statement is control statement that transfer the program execution directly to a label statement. Instead of executing statement one after another, it allows the program to jump to a specific location. The syntax of the go to statement is simple. We write go to followed by label name and later in the program we define that label followed by colon. When the goto statement executed, control immediately moves to that label statement. Although the goto statement is supported in the C programming language, it is generally not recommended because it can make programs difficult to understand and maintain. Excessive use of goto may lead to confusing the program flow, often called a spaghetti code. Therefore, programmers usually prefer structure control statement such as loop and function instead. The goto statement is an unconditional branching or jumping statement in the C programming language. It transfers the program's control directly from one part of the program to another by using a label. This means that instead of executing statement in sequence, the program immediately jump to the label statement. Another important point is that the goto statement can transfer control only within the same function. It cannot jump from one function to another. The destination of the jump must always be identified by the label, and once the goto statement is executed, the program continues from that label statement. The go-to statement can be useful in certain situations such as existing multiple nested loop or handling errors. However, we have to use a label carefully because excessive use of make program difficult to read, understand and debug. For this reason, programmers generally prefer structured programming technique and use only when it is truly necessary. Now, let's look at the two styles of the goto statement. The goto statement can transfer the program control in two directions. It can jump from the top of the program to a lower position called top to down or from a lower position back to an earlier statement called down to top. In this style, we will discuss style 1 which transfer control from down to top. In this style, label is placed before statement near the beginning of the program. The program executes normally until it reaches an if statement. If the specified condition is true, the goto statement transfer control back to the label statement and execution continue from that point. If the condition is false, the goto statement not executed and program continue with the next statement in the normal sequence. This style create backward jump in the program. While it works correctly, it should be used carefully because repeated jump make the program difficult to read and maintain. Now we learn a simple example of the goto statement in C programming. The purpose of this program is to print number from 1 to 10 using the goto statement. First, the program include the standard input-output.header file, which allows us to use printf function. Inside the main function, integer variable name number is declared and initialized to 1. Next, there is a label called repeat. A label acts as a destination where the program can jump using the goto statement. After the label, the program prints the current value of number using printf function. Then the statement number plus plus increase the value of number by 1. The program then check the condition. If number is less than equal to 10, condition is true. The statement go to repeat. Transfer control back to the repeat label. This process continue, printing the number one after another until the value of number becomes 11. At that the point the condition becomes false, the goto statement is not executed. and the program reaches to return 0, which end the execution. Then the output of this program is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This example shows how the goto statement can repeatedly execute block of code. However, in modern C programming, loops such as for, while, do while are generally preferred because they make the program easier to read and maintain. Now let's look at the style 2 of the goto statement, which transfers the program control from top to down. In this style, the program first execute the initial statement. After that, it check condition using the if statement. If the condition is true, the statement go to label name is executed. This immediately transfer the control of the program to the specified label name, which is placed further down in the program. Because of this jump, the statement between the go to statement and the label, such as statement 1 and statement 2, are skipped and execution continued directly from the label. However, if the condition is false, the go to statement is not executed. The program continue normally by executing statement 1 and statement 2 in sequence. After that, it reaches the label naturally and execute the remaining statement. So, in this style, the control moves forward from the go to statement to a label written later in the program. This is why it is called transferring control from top to bottom. This method is useful when a program needs to skip certain statement based on a condition. However, programmer generally prefer structure control statement like if, for, and while, as they making program easier to read, understand, and maintain. Now, let's look at the example of style 2, where the goto statement transfer control from the top to a label placed below. In this program, the user is asked enter integer first number. First, the program includes the header file, standard input output.th, and the declare integer variable called number. The printf statement display the message enter an integer number, and the scanf function read the value entered by the user. Next, the program check the condition. If number is less than equal to 0, if the number is entered by is 0 or negative, the statement go to end is executed. This immediately transfer the control to the label end, skipping the statement that print the number. If the entered number is positive, the condition becomes false. In this case, the go to statement is not executed and the program print the message number is the particular number you enter followed by the enter value. After printing the number, the program reaches the end label naturally and execute the statement printf bye bye. Okay, so the if the input is 5, the output will be number is 5 and bye bye. But if the input is -3 or 0, the program skip the printing number and directly display bye. This example clearly shows how the goto statement can be used to skip certain statement and transfer control directly to a label based on a condition. Thank you.